Welcome to Get Real Quick, a real quick blast of real thoughts, ideas, knowledge, and information in 5 minutes or less. From your Get Real host, Mark Lyford.
Hey, Mark Lyford here. So let me talk to you about RealEntrepreneur. If you subscribe to my podcasts already, you're going to know a little bit about it. I've talked about it before, but this is for people that don't know a little bit about me and they don't know much about me or what I've been doing at all. For 10 years plus now, I've had the vision to create a network of entrepreneurs, a network of real entrepreneurs. I've been an entrepreneur now for over 35 years. Unfortunately, I'm 48 years old and I started my first business when I was 13 years old. And during that time, it's fair to say I've had my fair share of ups and downs, and I've experienced pretty much more than many people have ever experienced in their life. Ups, downs, massive highs, massive lows. I've ran successful businesses. I've screwed up businesses. I've lost a lot of money. I've made millions, lost it again, made more businesses, and everything else in between. In fact, there's pretty much nothing I haven't experienced apart from, fortunately, physical ill health. I haven't experienced any major physical ill health in my life. Everything else you can pretty much imagine, I've experienced. I've been bankrupt twice. I was a multi-millionaire. I lived in the Bahamas, lost it all, started again, even ended up in prison for 2 years. And lots more in between. I've been divorced, all kinds of things. And what I've learned is I've learned a lot more from my mishaps, from my mistakes, than I have my successes. But I've always been deep down an entrepreneur. And I'm lucky enough to know many other entrepreneurs all around the world. And I've had this vision for over 10 years now. I've been talking about it. And I'm actually doing it in 2023. And it actually feels the right time now to do it. Why is it the right time? Because we live in a very different world prior to COVID happening. A lot more people are working from home. Entrepreneurs, small business owners, or people wanting to set up their own businesses pretty much sit in their home office in a solo environment. And we're tribal animals. We weren't born to be on our own. Now, I've been to business networking events here in the UK and around the world, and most of them are not really my thing. That didn't really do it for me. Oh, who are you? What have you got to pitch? What can I pitch you? It's not really the way I want things to be. So RealEntrepreneur Network is going to be a global, eventually, starting in the UK, network of people. And the core values of the network is for everybody to help each other. And I've been blessed to meet some phenomenal entrepreneurs with massively ranging different skill sets. And I'm going to bring all of those into the Real Entrepreneur Network. So at the core of RealEntrepreneur.com is what it says on the tin. For me, there's a big shift that's happened over the last 20 years. 20 years ago, people, kids leaving school wanted to be sportsmen people, or other types of that kind of profession. Now, because of the TikTok and Instagram generation, people want to be influencers or they want to be entrepreneurs. But that's hard to start. And there's a lot of misinformation about being an entrepreneur, especially on social media. You hear, you see, that's the trouble with social media. You see entrepreneurs, business owners, small business owners having a great life because you only get a small glimpse and snapshot of their lives from social media. The reality is some of the most successful entrepreneurs that I know have been through hell and back at least once, if not twice, in their lives. And nobody has that perfect life. Now, why am I saying this? Well, I'm saying it because the reason I'm calling this Real Entrepreneurs because I pride myself on being very real. I'll talk about stuff that other entrepreneurs won't talk about online. I've talked about mental health and my battles with that. It's a massive issue for small business owners and entrepreneurs. and that's why I talk about it. Real Entrepreneur and the Real Entrepreneur Network will pride itself on being real, as it says on the tin, and it will become eventually a global network, starting here in the UK, but my vision for it to be global. Be a network of entrepreneurs helping each other, helping them live, build their businesses, learn, and ultimately earn money at the end of the day. And one of the things I'm looking to do is to get together a group of people. In addition to the people I know, I'm looking to get together a group of people to help build this network. If that's of interest to you and you think you can bring something to the table, then I want to hear from you. You can email me at mark@realelentrepreneur.com. You can get in touch with me on Twitter at Mark Lyford, or my Facebook page, facebook.com/Mark Lyford. Now, I've got big plans for this. I think it's desperately needed. I think, great, yeah, we've got Zoom calls now, we've got online meetings, and that's great. I'm a massive fan of technology. I think it's amazing that you can meet with 100 people, all virtually, and we're helping to save the planet and all of that. But the reality is, nothing beats meeting people face to face. I'm a lot better face to face than I am virtually, and I think a lot of people are the same. So that's what we're going to be creating. In addition to online Zooms and online meetups and courses and lots of plans I've got, we're going to be going back to physical meetings. And my eventual goal is to have at least 50 local networks within the UK. As I said, we're starting with the UK. 50 local networks, one in each county essentially, for the Real Entrepreneur Network. Now, what is this different to other such types of things? Well, one, we're not setting out to be a networking organisation. We are not a networking organisation. We are a community, a tribe of people that have a network element to it. And the network is not to meet other businesses and see how you can pitch to each other. It's to see how you can help each other. Because I've made the best deals of my life from it's not what you know, it's who you know, and getting to know more people in your local area, within your own country, or even the world, can massively change things for you. So we're going to start in the UK. The goal in the UK is to have 50 of these networking groups, these local Real Entrepreneur networks within their counties. We will, of course, as a community meetup, I'm building at the moment a whole Real Entrepreneur social network just for Real Entrepreneur members. Got many, many great things coming. But why is this different to other such things? Well, like I said, we're not a networking organisation. And I will tell you exactly how it is. Unlike some of the other types of communities out there, they seem to be led by people that ultimately I'm not entirely sure are a fit for me, and ultimately I know I'm not a fit for everyone. Running Real Entrepreneur Network, I know I'm not going to be a fit for everyone. That's fine. Different personality types and what have you. But what I do know is this, that what I'm building will be valuable to people starting their business, already having a business, entrepreneurs that are working already within whatever they're doing, and a lot more. And I'm going to make sure we give real world information, real world advice, real world knowledge. We've got a lot of plans for courses in addition to the network. But at the core of it, if you have a community of people with common goals, real people, no BS, no hubbaloo, no, pretend, then we've got a hell of a core. Physical meetups, online meetups, all of that stuff, and a lot more. And one of the big things with me is I like to think that I'm right at the head of technology. And I've been looking into, for example, AI at the moment. AI is going to change the world as we know it in business and in life. And at the core of what I'm going to be bringing into Real Entrepreneur is all of that stuff, because it's a game changer and more. So if you're interested, go and check out my podcasts at podcast.realelentrepreneur.com. I'm going to be putting up more information on the whole thing that I'm doing on realelentrepreneur.com as well very shortly. Got a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we're working on. But if you're interested in getting involved, email me, mark@realelentrepreneur.com. Get me on Twitter at Mark Lyford or Facebook.com/Mark Lyford as well. I'm looking to put a core group of founders, essentially, of this together who are interested in helping to get this vision a reality. And it's like I said, I'm not just stopping at the UK. This will be a global vision. Real Entrepreneur and the Real Entrepreneur Network will be global over time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Catch you very soon.
You've been listening to the Get Real podcast with Mark Lyford. Being an entrepreneur isn't all glitz and glamour. Entrepreneurs are some of the most hard-working people in the world. And within entrepreneurship, there's life, mental health, business, ups and downs. And that's why we exist. Our passion is to talk about all of it with no BS. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. Find Mark on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube at Mark Lyford. And be sure to hit the website, RealEntrepreneur.com. From there, get his book. You won't be disappointed. See you next time on Get Real.